What's up, y'all? I'm Black Talent Sport. Welcome back to the channel. And I just want to say, start the video by telling you guys, hey, Happy New Year. So in today's video, this is going to be the Stage 3 tune with your Explorer. Now this particular video is going to be the last video of the stages. So I just wanted to kind of go over what I felt should be included in a Stage 3 tune. But first, before we go any further, I want to remind you guys to please remember to smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure it's on all so that you'll get notified for when I come out with these next videos coming up. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get into today's video. As I said, it's going to be the Stage 3 tune of tuning your Explorer. You've already got stages 1 and 2, or maybe you're just going to skip right ahead and get everything, including for stage 3. There's about 6 things that I feel that you should get for a stage 3 tune, and also there's some others that you can add in as well. All right, so let's get right into the items for the stage 3 tune. All right, now first, in a stage 3 tune, I believe that you should be looking to go catless, completely catless, and we're going to break down each component to properly do that. All right, so some Catless Downpipes. If you've already gotten or purchased catted downpipes and you want to go a little bit further, I would suggest you sell those, but you're going to want to get catless downpipes. Of course, I am going to sternly warn you, the sound quality is going to get even worse as far as a good sounding exhaust. But in my opinion, or if you are interested in getting peak performance out of your exhaust, you want more performance, then you're going to have to get used to the exhaust not sounding as great as it was sounding when you had the cat back. Sound quality is going to go even down. It's going to go down even more. The exhaust is going to get way louder, believe it or not. So, you've already tossed out the idea of still trying to build a good sounding exhaust, because if you even, getting the downpipes, you've noticed how the exhaust tone has changed. All right, so you got the Catless Downpipes. PPE is what I have and what I would suggest first, but you can get whatever you want. All right, now that you have the Catless Downpipes, you're going to have to be worrying about the check engine light coming on. So the remedy for that is O2 Sensor Defoulers. Did a video on that. I will briefly explain. You're going to need to get O2 Sensor Defoulers, and what that does is it takes the downstream O2 sensors, the ones after the cats, just out of the exhaust stream. And what that does, it tricks the computer into thinking it's getting a filtered reading. Wonderful trick, works beautifully. I did that, and I never had to worry about a check engine light again. Now, the O2 sensor defoulers that you're going to have to get. When I say have to, I mean in order for you to be able to plug in your O2 sensors, you're going to have to get a 45-degree angle and a 90-degree angle shorts. They're both shorts. See if I can throw up a picture. If not, I made a video on it. I'll link that above. Now, with the 145 and 190 degree, I didn't want to go the route of rewiring the O2 sensor plugs, because with any other type of O2 sensor defouler, you're going to have to rewire that because the plug won't reach. I first purchased the vibrant ones, the ones that are shaped like a U, put them in the downpipes, and the connector for the O2 sensors didn't meet it. The shape was all wrong. So I went and I found the short O2 sensor defoulers. I saw that the only ones that were available are 90 and the 45. I didn't know which one to get, so I bought 2 of each, and I'm very glad I did that. I figured out that I believe it's the the front one gets the 90 and the rear gets the 45. I'd have to look back at that, but I should have put something up that clarifies that. All right, so you got the O2 sensor defoulers installed, and no more check engine lights. I haven't had the check engine light come on for the O2 sensor, incorrect proper reading or whatever throws that light. I haven't had that come on. It's worked for me, and it's still working. So let's move on to the next item in the exhaust for going catless, which is that third cat. I opted for a X pipe. You can either go the route of X pipe, straight 2 straights, or an H pipe. Though I'm of the opinion that an H pipe works best on a V8 engine, so I would suggest you not even consider that. But again, it's up to you. You want to get an X pipe, sorry. If I would suggest you get an X pipe if you have the stock turbos, or even if you've upgraded to, like, say, the gearhead turbos or the ATP turbos. You can still an X pipe will still work properly with that. But as far as the 2 straights now, I would suggest the 2 straights if for whatever reason you found bigger turbo options. You can even do it with the ATP turbos, but I like the qualities that an X pipe provide, which is that low end torque and that mid-level sound that it adds, because it adds a very nice, not bass, but it adds a nice mid-range sound that it tops it all off for me personally. Moving right along, the 4th item that I believe that you should do for a stage 3 is going to be your coils. Replace those stock coils. MSD makes replacement coils for us for the EcoBoost motors, and you know, what can you say? What can you not say about MSD as a company? They've been around for years. They make excellent ignition stuff. I was very happy that they make replacement coils, and what that's going to do, it's going to help with making sure that your spark plugs are actually igniting your mixture, the air fuel mixture in the cylinders. You know, when you increase power, you increase boost. Think of it like a candle. Like sometimes your boost pressure can put a strain on the spark plugs and blow out the spark. So you want to increase increase your spark with better ignition coils, and these MSD coils do just that. Sometimes, you know, you'll be running too rich, or you just won't be fully igniting the mixture because you increase the boost. You see a lot of black smoke. These coils, they definitely help out with that, and it runs a lot smoother. So yeah, they basically the MSD coils basically, you know, they help with making sure that you still have good spark. When you increase the boost, increase the power, you have to increase the strength of the spark. These MSD coils definitely do that. All right, moving right along to the 5th item in the stage 3 tune, keeping up with suspension upgrades. If you keep paying attention to the stage 1 and 2, I'm always including some area of the suspension just to kind of give you a full rounded increase in your stiffness and control with the stock suspension, or over the stock suspension. And for stage 3, I'm gonna suggest that you get lowering springs. Now, I don't have lowering springs, but that's because of my usage. Remember, I drive on the beach, so I need the ground clearance. So I will, unfortunately, as long as I'm fishing, as long as I have beach access, I won't be lowering my car. I have a lift kit on my car, but if I should move to another state now where I won't have beach access, bullets going down. And a nice way to add even more stiffness with the Steeda rear sway bar and the Bilstein B6s or upgraded shocks, whichever you chose, the lowering springs is a very good option. You have three, a very good method. We have three options. The first one is Steeda lowering springs, and you have HR. And a third one now is, I see a lot of people doing this with their Explorers. They're installing the stock springs from the Flex and putting them on the Explorers. That drop looks really sexy to me. I'm not too sure how stiff it is, but I'm telling you, that look, whoo, that looks good. So that's an option. And I can only imagine how much more stiff your suspension is going to be with the addition of lowering springs, but it's a definitely good option. You may also want to add in some of the arms in the rear. I know Steeda makes adjustable toe length, and then they also have that trailing arm. They have better bushings at the end, so that the stiffer bushings is what provides the stiffness, and it's the thicker arms as well. In fact, I keep telling myself, I don't know, I'm going to get those things, but I just have it. But at some point I will, trust me. All right, moving right along. So after you got all of these 5 things for your stationary tune, you're going to need to cap them all off. And the only way to properly do that is with a full custom tune. I am a big fan of Gearhead tunes, their tune, and I'll say it until I find something else that's better. All right, this is not no sort of paid sponsorship or anything, but I just really, the more and more that I hear other stories about what people have on their tunes that's not Gearhead, I'm like, wow, I made a really good choice. I want you guys to make really good choices too. Get that fully custom Gearhead tune. And what I mean fully custom is that it's not necessarily just an off-the-shelf tune, wherein, it's like some preset things that you select. What you do is you have to fill out your tune sheet properly. Put everything that you installed on your Explorer on that list, because what Gearheads is going to do, they are going to come up with a tune specific to what you actually installed. That's the way to go. Then they'll send you the file and you download it and enjoy your Explorer. Now also, I want to emphasize something here. Gearhead, like a lot of the tuners nowadays, they will not tune out the any codes. So that O2 Sensor Defouler that you install, put that on the tune sheet, let them know that it's there. I'm not sure if they do anything in the tune to compensate for that, which I doubt, but you want to make sure that they know that you installed that. Very important, okay? And you're in getting a full custom tune from Gearhead, which is their power pack. What it's going to also add in along with the tune is you're gonna get colder spark plugs with colder heat range, colder burning spark plugs. You're going to get a 170 degree thermostat versus 185 like most stock ones are, which means that your thermostat is going to be opening sooner, keeping your coolant cooler. You know what I'm saying? The coolant system at a cooler temperature. And then you're going to be getting the 3-bar map sensor. Very important to handle, so that because you're going to be getting increased boost pressure, so that map sensor will be able to handle it. All of that ties all in together with your tune. It's just to help out your tune and to make sure that everything that you've done to the car is properly managed. I mean, I don't know what else more I could say, but that's it basically. This is a must tune. Tune is a must. Right now, you can request any sort of things that you would like for them to add in. Of course, within their standards, you'll find there's just huge disclaimer on their site of what they will not do. So, I'm pretty sure if you ask them to do something that they're not going to do, they're not going to do it. So just forget about it. But you can make certain requests. Some people have some specific things that they would like to achieve with their Explorers via the tune, and you just have to make that request. Any revisions that you do thereafter, just you pay a small fee. I believe it's like $50 or $75. They'll add it into your tune, whatever that is. All right, so that's basically going to wrap up the 6 things that I feel should be included with the Stage 3. Now, these next set of things, I'm also going to suggest at your discretion. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but again, this is at your discretion. For instance, it might be a good time for you to upgrade your turbos, your fuel system, and also your brakes. If you want to go a little bit further with the brakes, this would be a good time to do that as well. Now, I am stopping there with talking about those things because those are the subject of upcoming videos. So I am going to stop there. You want to know what my opinion is and what I suggest with those particular items? Stay tuned to the channel, all right? Because they're included in the Explore Power series of videos that's coming up. All right, so make sure you guys are subscribed so that you'll get notified when I come out with those. Now, this very last thing that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to try to be brief because I don't want this video to be too long, is the usage, what I use Bullet for and what I intend to do with these upgrades, and something that you should consider as well, your usage. I am not a drag racer. I don't participate in those kind of activities, though I may do some light to light stuff, you know, on the roads. People like to test me. You know, they hear my car, they see it, it's like, oh, it's making a lot of noise, let's see what it's about. And people test me often, which I respond to accordingly. But you won't find me competing at any racetracks or even at any street races. I watch it, I like to watch it, I really enjoy it, but that's not what I use Bullet for. So I just want to reiterate that, you know, I like to cut up. I like to make left and right turns. I also drive on the beach. So those are 2 things that I built this Explorer to do, to handle, for good handling, and to be able to, so that I can drive on the beach because I'm a fisherman. So those are the 2 things that I really installed all these parts. If you look at my build, those are the 2 purposes in mind. Definitely like to go to the track, maybe, you know, do some autocrossing or something like that, but I've been living in New York City and we don't have that stuff. We have highways, so we cut up. All right? So what I'm trying to do now is just, you know, help my fellow enthusiasts with their builds. This is why I make videos, you know, to help out my fellow enthusiasts that may be interested in doing the same things, either what I'm involved in, or just, you know, you enjoy increasing the power of your Explorer. So that's why I came out with these 3 stages, and that's why I've also created the Explorer Power series. Well, all right, well, that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please remember to have a blessed day, and peace out.